This is Unrendered on IKTV. I'm Tony Regisford, and my guest on this edition is Sir James Mitchell. He's former Prime Minister of St. Vincent and founding father of the New Democratic Party. Sir James, welcome to the studios of IKTV once again.
Thank you, Tony, for having me. I'm so sorry we were kept postponing this interview.
Yes.
Anyway, since the last interview in the studio, I made a comment, and I have released this booklet. Who would have anticipated that the much-aligned Otley Hall Marina and Shipyard would so quickly be bringing more income than the banana industry? I knew it could happen, did not expect it within my lifetime. I really thought that this was going to provoke a lot of controversy, that people were going to challenge me and publish the figures on Otley Hall and publish the figures on the banana industry to prove me wrong. But nobody has taken up that challenge, so my point goes unchallenged.
I think what provoked the controversy in that program was the fact that you were talking about the status of the party that you founded and the leadership and so on. But let's keep that aside, and let's go back now to this.
Well,
let me challenge you on that statement, since you said it was not challenged. Otley Hall, and I have no idea what is its current status of operation. I am told that it is carrying its own weight, for sure. I don't know how much money it's making, what is the contribution to the overall GDP, but I'm told that it's carrying its own weight. Fundamentally, though, I think the argument of your detractors is this, that too much money was paid for Otley Hall. And if we had to service that debt, then it would not be a viable project. So how do you respond to that?
Paid. All that was paid was some of the interest. When they came to me with that project and said we want you to put in 15% of the equity, you know what was my 15%? Nothing from the bank, nothing from the treasury, the foreshore of Otley Hall.
Yes. But there was the situation where the government guaranteed the overall...
No, along with the Italians.
Yes.
But let me bring you up to date on that, Tony, and St. Vincent up to date. As you know, I am a member of the Interaction Council.
Yes.
And I drew to the attention of the co-chair of that organization when I was recently in Bahrain, that he was here, former Chancellor of Austria, but when he left being Chancellor of Austria and being a finance man, he was a special advisor to West LB, the bank from whom we got the money.
So West LB...
West LB
yes.
no longer exists.
Where did Sachet come into that whole equation?
Sachet was Italian government agency that guaranteed loans for the export of Italian goods and services.
Right. So were they like a middleman?
They were a backer. You must have lost some money backing notes for people. If not, watch out for it. But nevertheless, Franz Wierenski told me that West LB has folded. And it was folded since 2008 going into 2010.
When was the debt forgiveness actually
done?
When was it done? Was it before 2008?
Now, the next point about the debt forgiveness, not only St. Vincent got debt forgiveness, so did Antigua for the Royal Antigua Hotel, and so did St. Kitts, and so did other people. But what is interesting in the current issue of The Economist, look at it right here.
Yes.
On page 71, there is a reference to bankers and blind justice. On top of the list here is the name of Thomas Fisher, the Chief Executive Officer of West LB, who was charged with breach of trust, and he had to pay a fine of €150,000